The BP Deepwater Horizon blowout injected the deep northern Gulf of Mexico with 210 million gallons of crude oil over the summer of 2010. Because oil is lighter than water, much of this oil rose to the surface to form massive slicks, which coated beaches and vulnerable wetland areas. Cleanup crews sprayed these slicks with a chemical dispersant, which breaks up the oil much like soap used to clean oil-coated seabirds. Both soap and dispersant work to break up the oil into microscopic droplets, which are thought to be the easiest for oil-eating bacteria to degrade. However, what very few people could have predicted was an unusual ocean weather event of sorts. Wherever there was oil at the surface, the ocean began to snow. This marine snow, composed of fecal pellets and dead algae stuck together in aggregates with mucus, formed slowly in all the oceans of the world. However, the snow formed in the wake of the BP blowout did not form in the typical soft rain, but rather in a driving blizzard, with particles forming on the scale of micrometers to centimeters to tens of meters. The sheer quantity of the snow was remarkable enough, but it also had a very important function. The aggregates quickly glommed onto the oil droplets and rapidly sank, efficiently transported them out of the surface waters in a natural oil cleanup system. To better understand this process and how human cleanup efforts with dispersant affect it, I studied the bacteria that live in these oil snow aggregates. The mucus that holds these aggregates together is essentially microbial food storage and is composed of long chains of sugars and proteins. In the nutrient-poor surface waters of the ocean, these super concentrated packets of food are ideal places for bacteria to live. Because the nutrients in these aggregates are locked up in long chains, bacteria must produce enzymes to break them into more manageable pieces. How quickly these enzymes work determine how fast the bacteria can get their nutrients, which in turn determines how fast they can grow. This is especially important because if oil-eating bacteria and aggregates are growing quickly, it is likely that they are also degrading the oil quickly as well. I hypothesized then that marine oil snow aggregates serve as hotspots of oil degradation as they transport oil out of the surface waters. To test this hypothesis, I have measured the enzyme activities of the entire microbial community, comparing activities with and without dispersant. Not only have I found activities up to 10-fold higher than ever before measured, the highest activities of all occurred in the presence of dispersant. This suggests that marine oil snow aggregates host highly active bacteria, and that the dispersant somehow helps to enhance this activity, thus supporting its use. My future work hopes to address whether or not these findings apply to specifically the oil-degrading bacteria and not just the microbial community at large. This will help us to better understand this natural oil removal system and inform policy for the effective management of future oil spills.